Have you ever watched a movie that's amazing until the ending completely ruins it? Suddenly, the whole movie feels very disappointing. And that's exactly what's happening for many candidates in job interviews. Candidates tell a great story, then they fall flat on the results. And a weak last impression is what the interviewer remembers. Think of your stories like a movie. Deliver great endings, results, and your audience, the interviewer, will love you. In today's video, I'm going to teach you three specific areas, typically only one sentence each, that will help you win the Academy Award, the job. So let's go through a quick overview. The results section should be short, sharp, and clearly defined. Ideally, I want you to deliver these results in 30 seconds, 45 seconds at the absolute maximum. And candidates sometimes forget to label or announce that they're moving into this section, and that can be really valuable. And or they blur their actions and their outcomes, and it's hard to tell what is results and what are actions. So clearly end your actions and move on by saying, and the results were. Just taking this tiny step will help you stay more structured and organized, and it will provide more clarity for your interviewer. Trust me, this simple step will dramatically increase your success. Okay, right into sentence one, answer the question. The very first sentence of your results section should do one thing and one thing only. Answer the question you were asked. And almost all candidates actually skip this step. They jump to numbers or general success, but they never tie it back to the actual question, and that's a missed opportunity. If the question was about handling conflict, for example, your first result should be to share that the conflict was resolved. If it was about working under pressure, your first result should highlight how you delivered on time despite that pressure. This shows connectivity. It shows that you listened, you stayed on topic, and you delivered a relevant outcome. So always start your results with a clear and very simple sentence that answers the question. It will show that focus and clarity, and it shows that you simply know how to answer an interview question. Sentence two, quantify and qualify. So once you've answered the question, your next step is to quantify and qualify the impact, if applicable. And in most cases, it is. So whenever possible, bring in numbers. Why? Because numbers are the universal language and very, very easy for your interviewer to understand. And they turn this kind of vague success into something that is easy for your interviewer to really connect with. So, for example, by closing this deal, we added 1.5 million in yearly revenue to our company. By implementing this process, we saved our engineers 10% of their time, yielding a total of 100 hours of work saved per week. Now, in this second example, it is really critical to remember that when we use a percentage, we have to back them up with another number because if we don't, it will carry very little weight. So, the other piece to keep in mind is sometimes we have multiple numbers that we want to share. So, sometimes this will be two sentences, and that's okay. Now, lastly, we know sometimes we cannot remember all the numbers or remember them exactly. So, we can use phrases like, we can say this saved an estimated amount of, the number was around. We may have left that company or forgotten the exact numbers. Just try to get as close as possible. Now, what if that program, project, or initiative is still ongoing? You can say, and we estimate that X will save Y. So just make it count with the numbers literally. It will make your impact way more memorable. Now, sentence three, this is my favorite, repeatability. The last sentence of your results section is all about this item. This is the bigger win. So, what do I mean? Typically, the stories you share in your job interviews are absolutely your best examples. So, why stop at the immediate result? Think about what was repeatable and then what had that even larger impact on your organization. So, let me give you a couple of examples. For example, did a specific process that you created become a best practice across your organization? Did a successful sales strategy expand to multiple clients? Your interviewer simply will not know how big your impact was unless you share it with them. Let me provide a really concrete example because I think this can be a little bit confusing. And the biggest win was that after we used that sales strategy with XYZ Corp, we utilized the same sales strategy that I built with 10 additional clients, generating an additional 10 million in revenue per year for our company. Wow, that is a huge, huge detail. And if you don't share this last detail, the results are good, but repeatable and repeatability makes it go from good to amazing. And sometimes adding those few words in the beginning and the biggest win sets the tone for this huge impact that you had. This one sentence on repeatability will completely elevate your entire story and show how you scale and make a lasting impact. And it's just like the movie with the great ending. That's what people remember. So end strong and blow their mind with this bigger win. And that's it. We really want to answer the question, quantify and qualify, and bring in repeatability. If you always provide results focusing in on these three items, you're just going to dramatically increase your chances of success. Provide that great ending to your movie, and good luck.